Good morning, students. Let's start the explanation of the poem Night Voices. Yesterday, I told you about the poet. The poem is written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He was the famous creator of the character Sherlock Holmes. He created murder, mystery stories, mysterious suspense, crime stories. So here in this poem also, he has created suspicious, mysterious, and very creepy atmosphere for the readers. So let's begin. Night voices. So night voices, as I told you yesterday, what do they mean? That voices that we hear in the night. Night voices means the voices which we hear in the night. Generally, these voices are fearful, they are ambiguous, they are very mysterious, full of suspense, full of ambiguity. So, all these things are associated with these night voices. Now, look at these questions first. Ask your partner, but since you are listening to the audio, to this video at your home, so you can answer these questions yourself. आप अपने आप भी आंसर कर सकते हैं. Are you afraid of dark? क्या आपको अंधेरे से डर लगता है? If yes, why? Try to give answer to yourself. Why are you afraid of dark? What else frightens you? कि और किन चीज़ों से आपको डर लगता है? Right? Now look at the poem. I will read the poem first of all. There are 4 stanzas in the poem. Father, Father, who is that a whispering? Who is it who whispers in the wood? You say it is the breeze, as it sighs among the trees. But there is someone who whispers in the wood. Father, Father, who is that a murmuring? Who is it who murmurs in the night? You say it is the roar of the wave upon the shore. But there is someone who murmurs in the night. Father, Father, who is that laughs at us? Who is it who chuckles in the glen? Oh, Father, let us go, for the light is burning low. And there is somebody laughing in the glen. Father, Father, tell me what you are waiting for. Tell me why your eyes are on the door. It is dark and it is late, but you sit so still and straight, ever staring, ever smiling at the door. So this is the poem by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So darkness itself means that the poem is related to mystery, it is related to suspense, it is suspicious. So the whole atmosphere of the poem is quite suspicious, mysterious, ambiguous, and not very fearful and not very clear. So now let's first of all read about the figures of speech used in the poem. First figure of speech which the poet has used is analogy, that is compare and contrast. The poet has very effectively used this device in the poem. You will clearly see there is a comparison between the child and the father. Child psychology, it says that child is fearful, child is very, very suspicious, child has a fear in his heart, he has doubts, whereas the father is very rational, very practical, very mature, he is very clear. He tries to pacify all his answers, all his questions, but still those doubts prevail in the heart of the child. Next comparison is the stillness of the night with the sounds the child listens in the night. All types of whispering, murmuring, laughing, chuckling, all these sounds he is listening in the night. Otherwise night is associated with stillness, कि हम night को हम relate करते हैं एकदम कामनेस से, स्टिलनेस से, कि रात में कोई शोर नहीं होता, कोई आवाज़ नहीं होती, कोई बहुत ज़्यादा, जैसे दिन में बहुत सारी आवाज़ें हमको सुनाई देती हैं, पक्षियों की, जानवरों की, गाड़ियों के चलने की, तो नाइट में बिल्कुल स्टिल हो जाती हैं चीज़ें. बट in this poem, the poet has contrasted and compared that stillness of night with the sound words. Now, again, the child's behavior is compared with the mature behavior of the father. So, child is fearful, but father is not fearful. He is rational, he is composed, he is calm, he is very, very practical person. Next poetic device is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a very interesting figure of speech which the poet uses to beautify their poetry. It is a figure of speech where the poet uses the sound words, the buzzing sounds like whisper, murmur, chuckle, laugh. All these sound words, they are in contrast. They are also in contrast with the stillness of the night. And these sound words, the child is listening, child is hearing to those sound words, and the father tries to pacify him that no, they are something else. He says the whispering in the wood is, the father relates it to this moving of breeze among the trees, and the murmuring sound, he associates it with the moving of waves on the shore when they come and hit the shore. It is the murmuring sound, but still the child is not pacified, child is not satisfied with the answers. Next figure of speech is alliteration. Alliteration you must have read in the previous classes also. It is the repetition of same word or sound in close occurrence in a poetic line. Like here, who is it who whispers in the wood? Now, who? W, it starts with W. Who is it? Who? Again it starts with W. Whispers. Whispers starts with W. In the wood. Wood again starts with W. So the letter W or verse sound is repeated again and again in the whole line. So it is a clear case of alliteration. Right? Next is anaphora. Anaphora means repetition of words. Like father, father. If you see the poem, it is every stanza, father, father is repeated again and again. If you see here, the child starts asking father, father, who is that a whispering. Again, the next stanza starts with father, father, who is that a murmuring. Next, in the next third stanza again, father, father, who is that laughs at us. Next, the fourth stanza again starts with father, father, tell me what you are waiting for. So, the repeated words of father, father, they are used by the poet to emphasize on the word father. कि बच्चा जो है वो अपने फादर से पूछ रहा है, टू एम्फेसाइज दैट ही इज आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस टू हिज फादर कि फादर मुझे जवाब दो, मेरे मन में कुछ फियरफुल डाउट्स हैं, कुछ डर हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं जिनका आंसर मुझे चाहिए. आई नीड टू नो द आंसर सो दैट आई कैन पेसिफाई माई सेल्फ, कि मेरे मन से वो डर निकल जाए. इसीलिए बार बार वो फादर फादर एम्फेसाइज करके बोल रहा है, फादर फादर जस्ट टेल मी हु इज मर्मरिंग, हु इज विस्परिंग, हु इज लाफिंग. राइट. नेक्स्ट figure of speech is imagery. Right. What is imagery? Imagery is to paint a picture in front of the eyes of the readers. Here the poet very vividly, very effortlessly creates the picture of darkness, that it is night time and a child is sitting in the lap of his father. अपने पापा की गोद में बैठा है, उसके मन में डर है, and he is asking those questions to his father and he wants some satisfactory answers from his father. But when he doesn't get those answers, then again we are transported to the imagery. We create a picture. We get the picture in the last stanza, that where the father is sitting still and he's smiling, he's staring at the door and not answering to the child. So all these are very clear. They paint, all these words paint a clear picture in our mind. So, and when the poet uses the word Glen, because since Sir Arthur is a Scottish poet, so we can associate the word Glen with his birthplace, that in Scotland the alleys, the valleys are called Glen. So that also just tells us, transports us to ancient Scottish land or Irish land, where somebody is standing in the alley and he is laughing. Right. So next figure of speech is irony. Irony means कि right from the beginning we start expecting that okay, this thing is going to come, this thing is going to come, but at the end something else happens. उसके बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट हो जाता है. जब हम एक चीज़ एक स्टार्टिंग से एक टेंशन बिल्डअप करते हैं, एक स्टोरी लाइन बिल्डअप करते हैं, कि एक सीक्वेंस ऑफ जो अकरेंस होती हैं, जो प्रोसेस है, जो घटनाओं का क्रम होता है, जो प्रोसेस है, द सीक्वेंस ऑफ ऑल द इंसिडेंट्स, इट हैपन्स एंड इट मूव्स टूवर्ड्स वन सर्टन एंड, एंड द रीडर एक्सपेक्ट्स टू फिनिश द पोएम एट दैट एंड, बट towards the end something opposite, completely opposite thing happens. So that is irony. Here also in this poem, the child is we begin the poem in a very simple way. It looks like a very simple poem, a simple conversation between the child and the father, but towards the end, that comforting figure, that dependable figure of father becomes creepy, suspicious and full of mystery because of his actions. That because he's sitting at the door, he's smiling as if waiting for someone, he's not answering to his child, he's not replying to his questions, he's just staring and smiling. So all these things brings question to our mind, that why was the father sitting at the door, why was he staring at the door, why didn't they leave the place, कि वो वहाँ से चले क्यों नहीं गए, वहाँ क्यों बैठे थे, वो किसका वेट कर रहा था फादर, वो क्यों डोर की तरफ स्टेयर कर रहा था. तो all these questions remain unanswered. So that's why the ending is completely different from the beginning of the poem. So that explains the irony in the poem. So that is the trademark, that is the particular style of Sir Arthur, that he builds up a tension in the poem and ends up in a complete different way. So I hope students you have understood all these figures of speech. Now let's come to the word meanings of stanza 1. Now look at stanza 1. Father, father, who is that whispering? Now underline the word whispering here and write down the meaning, that talk in a very slow voice like a breath. Right? So speaking softly using only your breath. Generally we use throat to speak, but when we are whispering we are only using our breath. Now next line, who is it who whispers in the wood? Underline the word wood. Wood means forest here. Right? Now, you say it is the breeze. Breeze means the wind, soft blowing wind is called breeze. As it sighs among the trees. Underline the word sighs. Sighs means passes, as that wind passes through the trees. But there is someone who whispers in the wood. Now, look at the explanation. Listen to it very carefully. The child is sitting with his father and he is fearful, and he is asking the question to his father that who is whispering? I can hear somebody whispering. Who is it who whispers in the wood? कि कौन है वो जो जंगल में whisper कर रहा है? You say, you means father, कि बच्चा जो है वो अपने फादर को बोल रहा है कि आपने बोला था मुझे कि it is the breeze. आपने मुझे बताया कि ये तो हवा है. It is the breeze as it sighs among the trees. जब वो पेड़ों के पत्तों के बीच में से चलती है तो वो उसकी आवाज़ आती है जैसे कि वो विस्पर कर रहे हैं, जैसे कोई विस्पर कर रहा हो. कि जब हवा चलती है और जब वो पेड़ों के पत्तों के बीच से निकलती है, उनके पत्तों के बीच से गुजरती है, तो ऐसी आवाज़ आती है जैसे कोई विस्पर कर रहा हो. There is no one. He says that there is no one, it's just the breeze which is passing among the trees. But फिर भी वो बच्चा बोलता है नहीं, but still I feel that there is someone who is whispering in the wood. But still I feel that there is someone who is whispering in the forest. So I hope. Now look at the rhyming scheme of this stanza. Father, father, who is that whispering? Now the ending word is with ing, so we mark it A. Who is it who whispers in the wood? So ing doesn't match with rhyme with wood, so we give it B. You say it is the breeze. So it is neither matching with whispering nor with wood, so we give it C. As it sighs among the trees. So since it rhymes with breeze, so we again write it C. But there is someone who whispers in the wood. So now the wood is repeated here, so again we give it B. So the rhyming scheme becomes A, B, C, C, B. Alright? The rhyming scheme of the stanza becomes A, B, C, C, B. Okay? I hope you have understood. If you have any query, you can call me or you can message me and ask me anytime. Thank you very much. God bless you.